Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Home Economics. Today, we're going to be discussing a very powerful tool for budgeting, particularly for families on a tight income. You may have heard of it. It's known as the 50/30/20 rule, and it's one of the simplest and most effective ways to manage your family budget. Even if you're living paycheck to paycheck, we'll go step by step through what it is, how to use it, and how to make it work when money's tight. So, the 50/30/20 rule is a simple way to organize your income. It splits your take home pay into three categories: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings or debt repayment. It's easy to remember and flexible enough to fit almost any family's situation. Now, it works because it gives structure to your money. It helps you make sure the essentials are covered, lets you enjoy life responsibly, but it still builds a safety net for the future. It's kind of about finding a balance and not necessarily to restrict you. So, step one, the first step is knowing exactly how much money you bring home after taxes. This is your take home pay and not your salary before deductions, which is a very important distinction to make. So, you add up all of your consistent income sources like your main job, side gigs, or any benefits from your family, and that's the foundation of your budget. That is your starting point. Next, you need to focus on your needs. This is the 50%. These are the things you absolutely must pay to keep your household running: your rent, mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, insurance, healthcare, and childcare. And perhaps you have other things that, are necessities. Try to keep these under 50% of your take home income is if it's possible. It's not possible for everybody, I'm sure. It's very difficult. But if you can, it's good to do so. Next, you need to define your wants from your needs. Your wants are the things that make life enjoyable but aren't necessarily essential. Think about dining out, streaming services, vacations, hobbies. When your income is tight, this category is flexible. It can shrink temporarily so you can focus on needs and savings first. But again, it's also to try and balance, um, a healthy lifestyle. So it's not always so terrible, right? Okay. The next thing you need to do is plan for savings and debt. And this is your 20%. Dedicate 20% to your financial growth. This includes saving for emergencies, paying off debt, and planning for the future, like retirement or your children's education. Even small, consistent savings each month can create real financial security over time. So I know it's difficult to kind of put money away. A lot of people feel like they can't save, and I understand that because your necessities may be very high, um, and maybe sometimes you have wants that you'd rather pay for now instead of saving for the future. But it is typically a good idea to try and put a little bit of money away, especially for an emergency fund. Now, if your income changes from month to month, use your lowest average income to plan your budget. That way, you can always meet your needs. So, when you earn more, put the extra money towards savings or paying down debt. This helps protect you from financial stress when times get tough. It's just a good overall strategy to do this. That way, you're prepared. If you are, planning on, you know, having an income that is all over the place, essentially month to month, like if you're a business owner, or you do gig jobs, things like that. Yeah, you typically want to plan as if you're not going to get a lot for that month. That way, you don't run into a situation where you're just out of money. You're in a pinch. Okay, and here's a few practical ways to make budgeting easier. You need to automate your bills and savings so you don't have to think about them. Review your budget monthly and involve the whole family in goal setting. There are also free apps that can automatically track your spending percentages for you. So, This is a great way to kind of just make sure the bills are paid for every month in and out. That way, you don't accidentally miss one because it does happen to people. Then you get behind or you get, some sort of penalty for late payments. And again, the 50-30-20 rule isn't necessarily a strict formula. It's simply a guide to help your family spend smarter and save more. You can adjust it to fit your lifestyle and financial goals. Remember, progress is progress, no matter how small. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and check out our next episode where we'll talk about simple meal planning to cut grocery costs.